So, welcome, my friends, to our Valentine's Day virtual Vinyasa class. And today I thought that we would focus on really going inward and working a bit with our chakra system and this whole idea of self-love, self-compassion, knowing yourself, getting in touch with your intuition, like really getting in touch with your inner guidance system, and then having the courage to listen to that inner guidance system and follow its guidance, regardless of maybe how your actions or responses might be interpreted by someone else in the world. So I'm just thinking of like boundaries, which I've been exploring that a lot lately, and what it means to have healthy boundaries and how healthy boundaries really are an expression of knowing yourself and honoring what's going on for you and showing some self-compassion and love by choosing the actions that are going to protect your energy in a loving way. So it's not a selfish way at all, it's a very loving way. But a friend of mine recently said to me, you can't love anyone else more than you love yourself. So again, it's really this expression of deep care and love for other people, that you love yourself and try to bring the best of yourself, the most aligned part of yourself, the part of you that is true, and listening to your inner guidance system. So that segues right into our yoga practice, because what is always important as we practice yoga together is that you listen inwardly for guidance from your body, and then you do what your body tells you to do. So you're honoring your edges of flexibility, of strength, of muscle endurance. You're not letting your ego kind of take over and says, oh, I should be able to do this, or I used to be able to do this, or oh, so-and-so next to me or on the Zoom box next to me is able to do this, so I should push myself harder. That's not at all what this yoga practice is about. And again, it's not practicing self-love and compassion if you're getting into this place of ego and competition with anyone, including yourself. So just taking that in and taking a long breath in, creating more length and space in your spine, taking a long breath out, rooting yourself down into the earth through your sits bones. Feeling the breath, expanding the body on the inhalation, and the body softening on the exhalation. So just riding these waves of the breath and riding the moments, breath by breath, moment by moment, and then doing your best throughout our practice to stay in the present moment, anchored on your breath. So making your whole practice a form of moving meditation. So I'll sound the singing bowl 3 times, and you can just allow the sound to penetrate your awareness. Good, so let's remain seated for our first several movement and breath coordination exercises. So we'll just sit up nice and tall. If you need to sit on a block or sit on a cushion, something to elevate your hips, it can really help if you have tight hips. So we'll just take our fingertips to the floor, lengthen the spine, inhale, sweep the arms high, look up. And then exhale, release, tuck your chin to your chest, gently touching the earth. Inhale, sweep high toward the sky. Exhale, release, and touch the earth. So just do a few more of these, just coordinating breath with movement. Inhaling, rising. Exhale, releasing. We'll do one more. Inhale, rise. Beautiful. Exhale, release. And then we'll move into a twist. So inhale, rise. And then exhale, gently twist to your right. Bring your left hand to the knee and the right hand to the base of the spine. Full cycle of the breath. Lengthening on the inhalation. Gently moving into the twist on the exhalation, and then release, return to center, touch the earth. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Awesome. Then exhale, gently twist to your left hand to the base of the spine. Again, full cycle of the breath. Inhaling length, exhale, revolving, and then come back to center. We'll do it one more time each way. Inhale, sweep high. Exhale, release into your twist. Right hand to the base of the spine. You're bringing a lot of energy to the internal organs, to the third chakra, our power center. And then release, touch the earth. Inhale, sweep high. And then we'll exhale, release into the twist. And then come back to center. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And then we'll inhale, take the hands to the knees or the upper thighs. We're just going to do some gentle circles. So we circle around, inhaling as we come forward, exhaling around and back, and having these circles kind of starting at your first and second chakras. So sometimes I picture like a top that's spinning, right? So you're attached to the earth through that little point that touches, and then just revolving around that point. And then when you complete this circle, just pause at the top and then reverse circle the other way, and just really enjoy being in your body and noticing as many sensations as you can notice without judgment. So it's just really scanning and becoming aware of where you're holding tension today. And then when you complete this next circle, pause at the top, inhale, and then we'll walk our hands forward and come into a gentle fold, just folding from your hips. Full cycle of the breath. Inhale, feel the expansion of the back body. Exhale, release into your fold. And then walk the hands back and remove your seat support. And we'll come off of our seat support onto our hands and knees in table pose. So the hands directly underneath the knees, under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. We'll do a couple of cat-cows. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, release, heart forward, gaze forward. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, release. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, release. Good, one more of these. Exhale, draw in. And inhale, release. And then we'll walk our hands forward, engage our core. Again, we're going to do some circles, but now that we're not seated, we're on our hands and knees, it becomes different. So now it goes more into the lower body, so into your hips, into your knees, and then into the shoulders, maybe in the wrists. So inhaling forward, exhaling around and back. Great. And when you complete this next circle, just pause at the top and then reverse circle the other way. And sometimes one direction can feel a little bit different than the other. So again, you're just noticing what is, pulling the breath in, releasing tension on your exhalation. And then when you come back to center, inhale, and we'll exhale, sit all the way back into some version of child's pose that feels really good for you. So in child's pose, you can just reach your hands forward, but keep the arms soft, the shoulders soft. And then inhale, feel the expansion of the back body. Exhale, gently release your tailbone down between your heels. Inhale, expand. Exhale, release. And then we'll inhale and come up into a plank pose. Tuck the toes under, engage your core, long spine. And then we'll exhale, press back to downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale to plank. One more time. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale to plank, and then release the knees to the floor, toes to the floor. We're going to come right into gate pose. So line the right hand up under the right shoulder, extend the left leg out. Inhale, sweep the left arm high, open, then exhale, thread your needle. Take the left hand underneath the right armpit. Inhale, open, expand. Great. Exhale, thread your needle. Inhale, open and expand. Exhale, thread your needle. Inhale, open and expand one last time. And then open, and then exhale. Take the left bicep over the left ear. Just get long. Inhale, bring the arm up to 12. Circle a few times. Great. And then release. Bring the hand down. Come back into your table. Do a couple of cat-cows in between sides. And then we'll line the left hand up underneath the left shoulder and come into gate pose. Inhale, sweep high, open. Great. Exhale, take your right hand underneath the left armpit. Inhale, open and expand. Exhale, thread your needle. Inhale, open and expand. Exhale, thread your needle. Inhale, open and expand. And then take the bicep over the ear. Just get super duper long once again. Great. And then inhale the arm up to 12. Circle a few times. And then release, come back into your table pose, and then we'll step our right foot up between the hands, draw the navel in and up so you get a nice stretch through that hip flexor on the left side, and then sweep the arms high, and then reach up, and then soften, beautiful, and then inhale, reach higher, and then exhale, gently move into your twist, bringing the right hand to the base of the spine again, focusing on that first chakra with the palm of your hand, right on your first chakra. And then we'll come back to center, step the right foot back, step the left foot forward, same thing, draw the navel in and up, sweep the arms high, good, settle in, inhale, reach, and then exhale, gently move into your twist, bringing the left hand to the base of the spine. Again, full cycle of the breath. And then release. And then we'll bring the hands alongside of that left foot, tuck the toes of the right foot under, step the right foot forward, and then we'll come into ragdoll. So let the head be heavy and the knees soft, and gently sway a little bit side to side. Just releasing tension that you feel in the back body, in the legs, in the lower back, maybe in the neck, shoulders. And then release the hands to the floor. Inhale, heart forward, gaze forward, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release into your fold. Keeping the knees soft, bring your hands to your lower legs. And then slowly walk yourself up, up, up. So you come all the way up to standing. Inhale, sweep the arms high, great, and then exhale, bring your hands to your heart, and let's just come in to our standing mountain pose and take several cycles of the breath, being in your standing mountain pose, rooted into the earth. And before we begin, I'm just going to take us through the chakras with a little bit of kind of our Valentine special here blended in. So with the first chakra at the base of the spine, again connected into the earth through your feet, drawing that earth energy up into the first chakra. The first chakra, you could silently say to yourself, I honor myself, and honor is all about, you know, what your values are, what's important to you, and honoring what that is and making decisions that are aligned with what you honor. So honor thyself. And then we move up into the second chakra, and the second chakra is more about, into the third is more about trusting yourself. So honor yourself, and then trust. And I move into the trust in the gut, like the third chakra is your gut. So that gut knowing, your gut knows much faster than your brain knows what's right for you. It's evolutionarily a very old guidance system. So learning to trust your gut. And then you move up into the heart chakra, which is love thyself, right? So moving in, expressing some love for yourself. And then we move into the fifth chakra, which is your throat chakra. And I think of empowering yourself in that you use the throat chakra is your voice. So that's where you actually express what you feel in your gut and in your heart. You then express it in ways that are aligned with that inner wisdom. And then we move into the sixth and seventh chakra, so the brow chakra and the crown chakra, and that is where we really move into knowing thyself and knowing from a very high place of knowing. So it's that place where you know yourself very well, but also trusting that kind of God or the source, the divine, has this very high level plan for you that's connected with the best outcome for everyone, and that you're really merging that vision with your own vision through the crown of your head. So as we move into a round of sun salutation A, with all of the chakras lined up and thinking of expressing our highest love for ourselves. So we'll inhale sweet pie, and then exhale fold and length and release. Step your right foot back, left foot back, come into your plank, and then lower to the floor in the way that's good for you. Inhale to an extension of the spine, release, press yourself up and back, come into downward dog. And then listen, we'll inhale, take the right leg high, diagonal, hips square. And then exhale, bring the right knee to the right elbow. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, right knee straight ahead toward the nose. Keeping your core engaged. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring the right knee to the left elbow, cross the midline. Inhale, lengthen up. And then your choice, if you can step the right foot up between the hands, great. Otherwise, release the right foot, release the knees to the floor, and then bring the right foot forward. Come into your lunge, step the left foot forward, fold. Inhale, length. Exhale, release, root into the earth. Rise, sweet pie. Good, and then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And just settle in. Again, connect with the earth. Feel that energy coming up from the earth and then out through the crown of the head, connecting with your highest potential, and then feeling that same energy coming down from the universe, God, the divine, through the crown of the head, pulling it back down into the earth in your earthly existence. We'll do a round leading with the left leg. Inhale, sweeping high, and then exhale, fold and length and release. Left foot steps back, right foot steps back, coming into your plank, and then lower to the floor. Inhale to an extension of the spine. Exhale, find your way to downward dog. And then inhale the left leg high, diagonal, hip square. And then bend the left knee, bring the left knee to the left elbow. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, left knee straight ahead toward the nose. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen up. And then again, if you can, just step the foot up. Great. Otherwise, release the foot to the floor, knees. And then we all land in the same place, coming in to your lunge. Step the right foot forward, fold. Inhale, length. Exhale, release. Root into the earth, rise, sweet pie. And exhale, hands to your heart. Again, connecting with your breath. And then we're going to move into a second round of sun salutation A. Inhale, sweeping high. Great. Exhale, fold. Length, release. Stepping back, coming into your plank, lowering to the floor. Inhaling to an extension of the spine. Exhaling, coming into downward dog, being with your breath. And inhale the right leg high, diagonal, bend the right knee. Stack the right hip over the left, open, breathe, and then square your hips. And if you can, just step the right foot up between the hands. Listen, if you need blocks, have blocks on either side of that right foot. We're going to exhale, gently straighten the right knee, send the sits bone back. Inhale, sink into your lunge. Exhale, straighten that right knee. Inhale, sink into your lunge. Exhale, straighten that right knee. Inhale, sink into your lunge. Exhale, step the left foot forward, fold. Inhale, length. Exhale, release. Root into the earth. Rise. And then exhale, hands to your heart. Connect with your breath. Breathing the body, and then we'll do it all leading left. Inhale, sweeping high. Exhale, fold and length. Release, left foot steps back, right foot, come into your plank, lower to the floor. Inhale to an extension of the spine. Exhale, find your way to downward dog. Great. Inhale, the left leg high, diagonal hip square. Bend the left knee, stack the left hip over the right, open. And then square the hips, and then we'll all meet in lunge with the left foot forward. And then exhale, straighten the left knee, send the left sits bone back. Inhale, sink into your lunge. Exhale, straighten that left knee. Inhale, sink into your lunge. Exhale, straighten that left knee. Inhale, sink into your lunge. Exhale, straighten that left knee. And then sink into your lunge. Gently step the right foot forward. Come into your forward fold. Inhale, length. Exhale, release. Root into the earth. Rise. Sweep high. And then exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. And then let's just take several cycles of the breath. Come into mountain pose, but turn your palms forward. Close your eyes or gaze downward. And just drop into your body. Allow your sand to settle. Allow your water to clear. And just notice as many sensations as you can. Feeling sensations in your muscles, in your ligaments, in your tendons, your joints. Feeling your heart beating. Feeling the breath. Breathing the body. The expansion on the inhalation. The softening or contraction on the exhalation. Just taking it all in. And then we'll interlace our fingers, index fingers together, squeeze your ears between the biceps, just get super duper long. Inhale, and then exhale, hands right, hips left. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands left, hips right. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands right, hips left. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, open. Super. Inhale, center, and then root into the earth, little baby back bend. Just expand the front body, but keep some space in the lower back. And then come forward about a quarter of the way from the strength of your legs. Inhale, reach, little baby back bend, and then fold forward about a quarter of the way. Inhale, rise, and then release. Roll the shoulders up, back and down, and we're going to get ready to move into a round of sun salutation B. Again, making any adjustments to make the flow work for you and your body this morning. So we start in our chair pose, root down, good, and then we'll inhale, rise, and exhale, fold, and length, release. Right foot steps back. Left foot steps back, great. Come into your plank and then come into either side plank or gate pose, whichever is good for you. Lifting the rib cage, opening, and then return to your plank or to your table. Come into downward dog. Inhale the right leg high, step the right foot up between the hands, turn the back foot in, set yourself up for warrior one. Take your time. Your right knee tracks straight ahead. Your hips are square, shoulders square. And then reach and settle. And then gently straighten your right leg. take the hands behind you, or you can interlace your fingers, or take your hands to your hips, little baby back bend, and then exhale, just gently fold out over your right thigh. Inhale, root, rise, open. Good. Exhale, fold out over your right thigh. Inhale, rise, little baby back bend. One last time. Exhale, fold and rise. Soften the right knee, bring the hands to the heart, and we'll just open into warrior two. And then inhale, reach both arms high, slightly straighten the right leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, come into warrior two. One last time. Good. And then we'll release the hands to the hips. We're going to come into extended side angle today. So maybe walk the right foot forward a couple of inches and then release the forearm to the right thigh, and then keep all the opening, and then bring the left bicep over the left ear. Good. And then from the strength of your leg, slightly straighten the right leg. Take the left hand behind the waist, reach the right arm high. Great. And then soften that right knee again. Fold and flow into extended side angle number two. Feeling that long line of energy. And then inhale, slightly straighten, sweep, reach. Good. And then soften that right knee. And then we're going to release and come into a lunge. And then release the back knee to the floor. Release the toes to the floor. We're going to come into crescent lunge first. So draw the navel in and up. And then open, interlace the fingers if that works. Good. And then listen, bring the hands behind the head, thumbs alongside of the cervical vertebra, just open, and then exhale, gently press the chin to the chest. Inhale, open, opening the heart center. Exhale, release. Inhale, open. Good. Exhale, close. One last time. Inhale, open. And then we're going to release and come into grasshopper. So if you need to have a block or something to give you a little elevation on the inside of that right foot, have that there. And then release your forearms to the floor or to the block. And just find a place where you can settle in. And if you're familiar with the ocean breath, the victorious breath, pulling that in, again, the victorious breath, the ocean breath, the Ujjayi breath, is the breath that strengthens your third chakra, again, that center of inner knowing, intuition. And then it also strengthens the fifth chakra, again, the ability to speak your truth, communicate clearly in a way that's aligned. And then gently come out, and we're going to bring the right foot back, come into table, do a couple of cat-cows, and then we're going to prepare for pigeon. So if you have a way of moving into pigeon that works well for you, please do that. Many people come into pigeon from downward dog, which is totally fine. What I'm going to show is coming into pigeon from table, which is kind of my preference, but again, whatever works well for you. So if we're going to come in from table, we take the left foot back, straight back, and then just flip the right foot in wherever it naturally goes, and then gently release. And if you need some support for the buttocks on the right side, place that support there. You don't want to feel any stress or strain in the front knee. You just want to feel a stretch deep in the buttocks on the right side. So there's a lot of tension here. For many people, the external hip rotators, it's where the sciatic nerve either goes through or very close to these muscles, very deep. And again, these muscles are related to your second chakra, right? So again, that honoring yourself, honoring your body, breathing into the sensations you feel, softening. And again, if you can cultivate the ocean breath here, the Ujjayi breath, do so. And then when you're ready, you can walk the hands back and then you open up. So now it becomes more of a stretch for the hip flexor on the left side versus the external hip rotators open. If you like to catch your back foot, you can with either the same hand or the opposite hand, or if you're super flexible, you could catch with both hands. But again, doing what's right for you, right? Honoring your body, honoring yourself. And then come out of your pose and come into table, and then do a couple of cat-cows, and then tuck your toes under, come into downward dog, and keeping the knees soft, just walk your feet up, 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 so they end up near your hands. And then if you want a little stretch for your wrists, this can feel really good. If you do a lot of work at a computer, or you're like me, or a massage therapist, or do a lot with your hands. So if you can, keep your knees soft, and then turn your palms upward, and then slide your hands underneath your feet. So now you connect as many of the marma points, the little energetic points on the soles of your feet with the energy points on the palms of your hands. So you're making this big energetic connection, this loop, right? Releasing tension through the backs of the hands, the wrists. And then when you're ready, taking the hands out, coming into your fold. Inhale, length, exhale, release. We'll root and rise, and then sweep high. Great. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart, and then take your hands alongside of your body. Close your eyes or gaze downward. And again, just allow your sand to settle. Allow your water to clear. And just notice as many sensations as you can. Again, without judgment, it's just pure awareness. And then when you're ready, we'll do the whole sequence leading with the left leg. So we'll come into our chair pose, root, and then rise, fold, length, release, left foot steps back, right foot steps back. Again, come into your plank, and then come into side plank or gate pose. Again, whichever is better for you. Breathing, lifting, and then come back to your plank or table to downward dog. Inhale your leg high, and then step the left foot up between the hands, and then shorten the stance. Come into warrior one on the left, square the hips, and then reach and settle in, and then gently straighten your left leg. Take your hands behind your waist or your back, or hands to the waist. Little baby back bend, great. Exhale, gently fold out over your left thigh. Inhale, rise. Little baby back bend, open. Exhale, fold out over your left thigh. Inhale, rise. Little baby back bend. Exhale, fold. Great, and then inhale, rise. Good, bring your hands to your heart, and then open into warrior two. Gaze out over the left fingertips. Inhale, reach the arms high, slightly straighten the left leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach. Exhale, warrior two. Last time, reach. And then walk that left foot forward a few inches. And again, set yourself up for extended side angle on the left forearm to the thigh. Right bicep hugs the ear. Beautiful. And then inhale, rise, slightly straighten the left leg. Right hand behind the waist, reach. And then softly float into extended side angle number 2. Good. And then inhale, rise, reverse. Right hand behind the waist. Good. And then soften. Great. Come into extended side angle. Good. Lift the right heel off the floor. Pivot. Set yourself up for crescent lunge. Draw the navel again in and up. Sweep high. Interlace the fingers. Opening. Breathing. And then inhale. Take the hands behind you again. Open up. Gaze upward. And then exhale. Fold. Inhale. Open. So opening your heart center. The 4th chakra. Exhale, fold. Again, loving yourself. Drawing in. Inhale, open. Good. And then exhale, we'll release. Again, we're coming into grasshopper. So if you like to use a block, have that block on the inside of the left foot. Release the forearms. And again, settle in. And releasing and cultivating that Ujjayi breath. And then when you're ready, just gently release. Take the left foot back. And again, you're going to do a couple of cat-cows and then set yourself up for pigeon on the left. And again, coming in the way that works the best for you. So for me, the right foot back, flip the left foot in, and then I slide on down. I take a block and put the block underneath my left buttock so you have a little support and no stress in your knee. And then just gently fold and release. And then if you wish, walk your hands back and open. Good. And then release. Again, come in to your table. And then tuck the toes under. And then walk the feet forward. And again, keep the knees as soft as you need them. If you can't, lift your toes and place your palms underneath the soles of your feet. And breathe. Good, and then release. Inhale, heart forward, gaze forward, exhale, release, and then come all the way up to standing. Sweep the arms high. Good, and then exhale, hands to your heart. Breathe here. And then bring the hands alongside of you. Again, let's just come into our standing mountain pose. Settle in. Notice as many sensations as you can in your body. So just being fully embodied in the moment with your breath. Good. And then we're going to do a balance challenge, and I'm going to suggest that we come into eagle pose, and I'm going to suggest that rather than doing eagle arms just for today, that we do eagle with our hands in prayer, Anjali Mudra, at our heart chakra, and you can actually press the thumbs, the inside of your thumbs into your sternum, so really connecting with that heart center, and maybe connecting with your heart center before you come into the eagle pose. So just really root yourself down into the earth, and then soften your gaze, steady your breath, and then when you're ready, transfer the weight into that right foot. Good. And then take the left knee over, and then settle in, breathing, again connecting with the earth and the earth energy from the sole of the right foot, drawing that earth energy up into the first chakra, breathing, noticing again that first chakra, honor thyself, moving upward into the second, third chakra, trust thyself, moving into the heart, love thyself, and then moving up to the crown and the third eye, know thyself, and again that knowing, an inner knowing merging with the greater knowing of Source or God, the all-wise, omniscient, omnipotent, right? Bringing that into you. Whenever you feel like you've done enough, coming out mindfully. If you need to kind of shake things out or move the energy a little bit, do that. Any counter poses, fine. And again, then come back to Tadasana for a few cycles of the breath in between sides. Drop in. And then whenever you're ready, we'll prepare for eagle with the left leg being the standing leg. Again, I'm going to suggest rather than eagle arms that we bring our hands in Anjali Mudra right to our heart center, and maybe really feel that connection of the inside of the thumbs with the sternum, right? And then softening your gaze and taking the right knee over the left, breathing. And if you can, cultivate the ocean breath, great. And whenever you've done enough, again, it's all about you and what's right for you and your body today. Coming out, doing any counter postures, moving the energy a bit. And then coming into mountain pose, turn your palms forward. Good. And then we're going to come to the floor. We're going to come into a seated position, taking your seat. Okay, so we're going to move into a little bit of pranayama, and then a little bit of seated mindfulness or mantra anchored meditation. But before we move into our pranayama practice, I thought I would just kind of read some short sentences written a long time ago, I think in somewhere around the year 500 or 600, by Rumi, who is a Persian poet and a Sufi master. But I always find it just really amazing how someone from that time, and of course this is a translation, but I think they've had some really good, peep scholars do the translations, so they're fairly accurate. But I just find it so amazing how someone at that time could be, I think, so wise and say things in such kind of simple ways, but very profound. So I'm just going to read a few of his thoughts on love. And so if they resonate with you, let them penetrate. And then we'll move into some pranayama and a meditation, kind of letting these words influence the rest of our practice here. So he says, love is the bridge between you and everything. Love is the water of life. Drink it down with heart and soul. Stop acting so small. You are the universe in ecstatic motion. There is a voice that doesn't use words. Listen. Let the beauty of what you love be what you do. As you live deeper in the heart, the mirror gets clearer and cleaner. The heart knows the way. Run. He doesn't say walk, he says run in that direction. I belong to no religion. My religion is love. My heart is my temple. I'll read two more. Just as water reflects the stars and the moon, the body reflects the mind and the soul. And the last one, at the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want. So we'll just move in to some Ujjayi breath. So the Ujjayi breath is the ocean breath, the victorious breath. It's the breath that fortifies, again, our third chakra, this gut knowing, this inner wisdom, and this center of personal power, of volition, of ability to exercise your will in the world. But again, this will that's aligned with love and aligned with what's true for you, coming from a place of love. And then also strengthening the fifth chakra, again, the ability to communicate, to speak. And communication can not just be through words, right? I'm thinking of Valentine's Day and love, and today's World Sound Healing Day. But expression, right, can be in all sorts of forms, like the body, right? Thinking of how powerful it is to hug someone, to just give them this warm embrace, this hug where you just envelop the other person, and no words need to be spoken at all. In fact, I think sometimes when no words are spoken, the body and the vibration and the sensations of love and connection are more powerful than words could be. So thinking of all those ways of expressing love and compassion out in the world, and coming from a place in yourself, right, which is centered in love and compassion. So starting with that self-love and self-compassion. Honoring yourself, knowing, trusting, loving, being guided from that place. And then we'll just move into a minute of seated meditation. Again, doing what works best for you. If you have a practice anchored on the breath or anchored on a mantra. So we're moving your seat support and stretching your legs out a little bit, maybe shaking your legs out. And then we're going to take the soles of our feet together. And so we'll just take the soles of our feet together. You see my very cheery Valentine's Day leggings. I got these a couple of years ago, and I think they're just kind of fun. So we're just breathing in, opening, then exhale, close, inhale, open, exhale, close, inhale, open, good, exhale, close, and then we'll gently just stretch our legs out in front of us, right? Flex your feet, inhale, feel the root of your spine, again, that first chakra. And then sitting up, we'll inhale, reach, and then exhale, just fold out over your thighs. You can release if you want to do a little bit of kind of energy work like we did with when we slipped our hands underneath the soles of your feet. If you want to, if you can keep softness in your knees, take your second and third finger and put it between your big toe and your second toe, and then kind of grab, and then take your thumb and just press into the nail of the big toe, the nail bed into the big toe. And again, in Ayurveda, as well as traditional Chinese medicine, they believe in all of these energy points that start at the sole of the feet and run all the way up through the body, out through the palms, out through the crown of the head. And a lot of these points correspond actually with the central nervous system and more Western medicine and ways of looking at the body. The systems kind of when you lay them all on top of each other, the Ayurvedic system, the traditional Chinese medical system, and the more allopathic Western medical system and way of looking at the body, they all correspond, which is pretty cool. So just connecting here. And then we'll inhale, come up, and then we're going to extend the right foot out and take the left foot over the extended right leg and hug in and release. And again, this connects us with our first chakra. And I was just thinking, it popped into my head, Valentine's Day here, at least in the United States, is usually associated with the color red. And I never thought about red in this way, but red is the color of the first chakra. So again, thinking of that, starting with that first chakra, honoring thyself, and that red at the base of the spine. And then we'll release, shake the legs out a little bit, recross with the left over, right over the left, right? And then I was thinking again, the color of the heart chakra, which the fourth chakra is typically emerald green, but it's also associated with like a soft rose pink. they're releasing. So I was thinking, like, when you use, you can uncross your legs, and I'm just going to share a couple little things with you. So if you're into minerals and things like that, and there are minerals and different stones that correspond with each of the chakras, but the heart chakra is usually associated with rose quartz. So here's a piece of rose quartz that's just raw rose quartz that you could get wherever, and you might find it helpful. And then this is another piece of rose quartz, but this has been polished and actually has a little indentation here, so you can like rub your fingers. I guess sometimes they call these worry stones, but it could be more of an intention stone, like you're kind of massaging your heart, you're nurturing your heart center. So those could be something that you want to explore if you're interested. Otherwise, don't. And we're going to come to a seated position, and then we're going to slowly come down to the floor. And I'm realizing how time flies when I'm having too much fun, I guess. So we're going to release down and then just rotate the head side to side, massaging the base of the skull on the floor, releasing tension. And then we're going to grab our block and we're going to move right into a supported bridge. So again, a restorative pose. So we'll inhale, expand, exhale, draw in, peel the vertebra up, and then take your block, place your block right at the base of your spine. Again, the first and second chakra, right, really supported. And you can just stay right here if you'd like to. So you're just breathing in, again, feeling the first and second chakra connected into the earth through the block. And then feeling the third chakra, the belly rising and falling, right? Bring the energy there. And then the chest is open, so the heart is expanding. So bringing energy into that heart chakra. And then with your chin kind of gently tucked towards your chest, you're energizing the fifth chakra, the throat chakra. And then moving up between your brows, the sixth chakra, open, softening your forehead, and then the crown of your head, connecting, moving back, but again, visualizing that alignment, although we're in a different plane, right? So we're perpendicular, parallel with the earth. And if you like to take your feet off the floor, great. But if you felt good just being in your supported bridge with your feet on the floor, stay there. Again, really whatever feels good for you. Just breathing, releasing. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift the hips up and remove the seat support, and then mindfully return the vertebra to the floor. And when the tailbone touches, inhale, expand, exhale, draw in, and then draw both knees up to your chest and just rotate the knees in one direction, massaging your lower back, and then rotate in the other direction and draw in. Good. And then I'm going to encourage you to just come into Shavasana. But if there are any poses that you want to do before coming into Shavasana, please do whatever you need to do to complete your practice before coming in to Shavasana. And again, depending where you are, if you need to put on another layer of clothing, putting on another layer of clothing, or putting on some socks, or covering yourself with a blanket. If you need a pillow to support your head, having a pillow there. If you need a bolster or a pillow or blankets under your knees to give yourself lower back support, do that, we'll just settle in, breathing in the word relax, breathing out the word release. And just surrendering to the force of gravity. And again, thinking of Valentine's Day and self-love and compassion and care and honoring, trusting, knowing. Shavasana can be one of the most powerful ways of really connecting with God or connecting with Source or your highest potential. Again, because in Shavasana we explore the practice of surrender, and surrender not meaning at all that you give up or you don't care. What it means is that you're just letting go for a little bit of your small self, your ego, and its desire to have everything figured out in the right time frame, your right time frame, and ability to kind of influence things. So you're just letting all that go and opening up to a much greater organizational force, your highest self, so like self with a capital S, that's connected with God, right? And the highest good for everyone, the highest good for all, the highest good for yourself, as well as highest good for all beings. And then when you're ready, you can gently wiggle your fingers or your toes, rotate your head side to side, and then bend your knees so your feet are on the floor. And then you're just going to exhale and gently release the right side of your body into the earth. So opening up the left side body, making a little pillow with your hands stacked for your right cheek. And the left side of the body is the feminine water side, the yin side, the intuitive side, the water fluid flowing, again, most associated with inner wisdom, intuition. So opening that up. And then using your top hand to press yourself up, and we'll come back into a comfortable seated position. Again, closing your eyes or gazing downward. And then usually I just open up to a passage from various texts. But today I'm going to just continue on the Rumi train here. So I'm going to read a few more Rumi quotes, so again related to love. And so if what I read speaks to you, let it penetrate. If it doesn't, let it go. So here are a few more. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Do not waste my words on tired minds. I can only speak to those who are thirsting for the sea. One of the marvels of the world is the sight of a soul sitting in prison with the key in its hand. When you lose all sense of self, the bonds of 1,000 chains will vanish. Lose yourself completely. Return to the root of your soul. So, namaste. Thank you for coming and practicing, and happy Valentine's Day.